First, we'll open a project. Begin by double-clicking the laser production data icon on your desktop. We will open the default project. To do this, click on File, and then click Open Project. Click on the default project and then click Open. The first time you run LPD, a screen like this may appear. If it does, click on Yes. If you access your databases from a CD or DVD, be sure that disk is in your computer. If you are accessing from a CD or DVD drive, double-click on that drive. You may see an LPD icon just to the left of your drive. Now, double-click on the database folder and now double-click on the database file you want to set as your default database. If you have copied your database to your hard drive, then double-click on the drive where you installed your databases. For most installations, this will be your C drive. Now double-click on the database folder, and then double-click on the database you wish to set as your default database. Next, we're going to show you how to do a search. Choose from one of the criteria listed under Step 1 on the left. In our example, we will select Operator Name. Next, type in what you want to look for in Step 2. In our case, Chevron USA. Notice that Chevron USA is already selected in the Step 3 area. Now just click Step 4, Add and View Search Results. Now we're going to add a filter to our grid. In our example, we're going to want to just show active leases. You may notice that the total number of rows right now is 4,895. Right-click over a grid cell that says Act in the status column, which stands for Active. Then click on Add Filter Criteria. Click on Add. Now only active leases for Chevron USA are shown on the grid. Our number of rows has now been reduced to a little over 2,200. Let's add another filter. We want ones that only match Laredo Lobo in the field reservoir column. To do that, right-click on a cell that says Laredo Lobo. And once again, you'll click on Add Filter Criteria, and then you will click on Add. Now only active leases for Chevron USA in the Laredo Lobo Field Reservoir are shown on our grid. You'll also notice that there are now only 40 rows on our grid. Now we're going to show you how you can view various reports using the Detail window. Double-click anywhere on the highlighted row for our example. Here's our Detail window screen. There are various tabs that can show you many different kinds of reports. Here's our lease screen report. And here is our one-page summary report. We're going to zoom out a little bit to show you how extensive this report actually is. We also have a rate versus time graph report, as well as a pressure versus cumulative graph. There's also an economics report and an operator report. From the File menu, there are many other available reporting tabs you can add to the Detail window. Now let's take a look at how we can customize our grid. Simply right-click in any cell on the grid. Then click on Edit Grid Style File. Here we can modify our grid to show anything we would like. For our example, let's click on City under the available items. Notice that in the description, it tells you what this item does. Now we're going to click on Add. This will move the item from available items over to the selected items. We want the city to show before the county and state, so we're going to click Move Up several times until city is above county. Click the X to close the window. Tell it you want to save by clicking Yes. This only saves to the style file, not your project. Click the exclamation point icon and this will reload the grid with our new style file. You can see that city is now one of the available columns and is to the left of county and state. And that's how easy it is to modify your grid. Now let's create a summary. To do this, begin by clicking the summary icon. And now we're going to fill in our fields with how we want our summary labeled. Click in Operator and type in Chevron. Then click in Field and type in Laredo Lobo. And click OK. At the bottom of our grid, we now have a row that has our summary on it. Move the scroll bar at the bottom of the window to the right to see more columns. Here we can see our totals where the column and the summary row intersect. Now double-click anywhere on the summary row, and we now have a detailed window featuring the summary data, and we can now view all the reports available. Exporting to Excel is easy. All you have to do is click on the Excel icon and your grid will be exported into a spreadsheet into Microsoft Excel. Viewing data from our grid in Google Earth is also very simple. Simply click on the Google Earth icon. And then click Next. Here's our Google map. Move your mouse pointer over any point on the map to reveal the API number for that well. You can also click on any point and get more detailed information. Want to view your data in Microsoft MapPoint? You guessed it, it's just as easy. Simply click on the map point icon. Click Next. And here's our grid data in Microsoft Map Point. Simply click any point to get more detailed information. It's that easy. Now let's save our project. To do that, first click on File in the upper left. Click on Save Project As. Clear out the file name field and type in Chevron USA. Then click Save. Now we're going to close our program by clicking the X, and we're going to reload it to show that your saved project is in the available list of files to be opened. Click on the Laser Production Data icon again on your desktop. You will see your list of recently saved projects by clicking on File and Recent Projects. Then click on Chevron USA. And now our Chevron USA project is loaded. As you can see, our project is right back where it was before we saved. This concludes our Getting Started presentation. You can see that searching through large amounts of data can be easy using our powerful LPD program.